It's cold and raining outside. I just got back from the grocery store, obviously, because of all my groceries, because today is Sunday. Even though I work today is my typical meal prep day. So as soon as I got off work this morning, I went straight to Kroger and bought a whole bunch of groceries. So I thought I would show y'all what I got at the grocery store. It's been a really long time since I've shown y'all like a grocery haul or like a meal prep day or anything. I'm not gonna show y'all a meal prep day today, even though I know it's been so long. I know a lot of y'all love that. But I have a lot of things I want to get done this evening before I have to go to work tomorrow, because tomorrow is my 8th day, which will be my last day, so I get Tuesday and Wednesday off because I worked all this weekend. So, and I am super tired. So I want to give y'all a grocery haul, but before we get into that, I'm gonna make me some coffee because I got up this morning at 5 a.m. and I am dog tired. So we're gonna get some caffeine first. Better. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of stuff to go over, so I'm gonna try to keep these like in order, kind of like how I would eat them, like meal-wise throughout the day. So first we're gonna start with breakfast. So for breakfast, I got a bunch of my staples, so I also got some egg whites. I always get the Kroger brand, like the break-free egg whites. I always have a carton of egg whites on hand because I usually eat like 3 egg whites to 1 whole egg ratio every morning. So I got some egg whites here, and I picked up some whole eggs. I get a whole bunch of the cage-free eggs. Honestly, I just like brown eggs better for some reason. I just feel like they have like a better taste to them for whatever reason. But anyway, so this is the kind I get. I get the brown eggs, the natural cage-free, grain-free kind. So eggs here. And I picked up some Vans, the Power Grains Original Waffles. 7 fat, 26 carbs, and 10 protein for 2 waffles. So pick these up. I really like these. These have really great flavor. So this is what I got for that. And then I also picked up some blueberries and some strawberries that we'll have for as part some fruits for our breakfast. And also picked up some non-fat plain Greek yogurt and some slivered almonds, because in my newest kind of meal plan that my powerlifting coaches came up with me, this will kind of be, everything I just showed you will be like a part of my breakfast. So like I'll show you what it is like one day this week in one of my videos. So this is also part of breakfast. So I got just 1 container of the non-fat Greek yogurt because it's only like a tablespoon that's needed for breakfast. So yep. And then I picked up just my staple almond milk that I like. I like the unsweetened vanilla flavored Almond Breeze Almond Cashew Blend. This is my favorite. Just moving on. So I picked up 2 packages of the frozen Kroger brand's Pacific Wild Caught Cod. This is like my favorite whitefish to do, so I'll be baking that in the oven. I actually have the oven already going to 400 degrees. I picked up some more blackening season. I just get just a Kroger's generic blackening season. Then I also picked up some black truffle sea salt infused flavor. It's like savory and earthy black truffle flavor, so I'll be using that to season up my fish with. And I've really been loving these Bird's Eye steamable packets they have. They have like different flavors of like different vegetables, but I really like their teriyaki broccoli one. They have a ranch broccoli one as well, but I'm not a huge ranch fan to begin with as is, and I find it to be like extremely salty. So I really like the teriyaki kind. Just pop it in the microwave for like 5 minutes and you have beautifully steamed, flavorful broccoli. So I'll probably be eating that with my fish. And then I also picked up some flank steak. This is one of the leaner cuts of meat that you can get, and I always choose the one that has the least amount of caramelization, so like meaning like the white part that you see, because that means fat. So I tried to pick up one that looks pretty solid red, not a whole lot of caramelization. That means it's more or less fat, and it's already pretty fairly lean piece of meat. And I'll be putting that in the crock pot, which I finally found some slow cooker liners. These are lifesavers. I don't know why I have not been able to find them for like months, but I finally found them tonight in Kroger, so I'll be definitely using this, so it's so much easier to clean up. And then I really, I'm so happy I discovered this. If you go to the grocery store, wherever, they have like, It's like the packets for like crock pot stuff, and it's not necessarily the spice area, but it's like, I think, well, at Kroger it's near like the canned good places where they have like different marinating seasonings and packets that you can use. I have discovered this brand. It's called Hawks. It's probably Hawks, but I'm from Alabama, so I'm gonna say Hawks. So I found Hawks One Pot Cooking Sauce. They have different flavors. I really like the Chipotle bourbon one. They have like a Korean barbecue one, a curry chicken one. They have just different flavors, but it's basically a marinating sauce that you can just pour inside the crock pot with whatever meat source you want. So I'm using steak, and I'll be using this, so Chipotle bourbon steak in the crock pot. So freaking good. It's just super easy, something simple to pick up that has a lot of flavor. I've really been loving these little packets lately for crock pot, so that's what I'll be putting in there. And then I also picked up, I cut a lot of corners tonight in the grocery store because I wanted to hurry up and get this meal prep done, because I knew it was already gonna be a pretty time-consuming meal prep, because I have a lot of different like meats and meals I'm gonna be planning for the week. But so for my potatoes, I wanted to get some white potatoes and sweet potatoes. So for my potatoes, I've gotten these before, but these are also Kroger's, like one of their brands they have. It's called Private Selection. These are already like potatoes that you just pop in the microwave. So I got the sweet potato kind, which has a sweet and spicy blend of exotic spices and honey and garlic. So pop this in the microwave, and you've got some sweet potatoes here with a nice fun, warm cinnamony flavor to go on top. And then I picked up some white, these are like petite potatoes, like the Yukon Gold potatoes, but it's an artesian seasoning blend with like green chili flavor and garlic. So the macros on there, honestly, they're like the normal macros of like any potato that you would get. So really you're just measuring out how many ounces of potato that you would be eating normally. And then the extra calories comes from the extra stuff that comes in this packet. But like, for instance, for like one serving size of this packet, so with the potatoes and the seasoning or the little flavor that the packets they have in here, is 5 fat, 23 carb, and 2 grams of protein. So the only thing that changed from like plain potatoes to these seasoned potatoes is the fat. The fat bumped up to 5 grams of fat. But again, like right now, having a small margin of macros for me right now is insignificant to hinder my progress of what I'm trying to do right now. That makes sense? So stuff like this, I'm not on like a strict like macro breakdown, strict diet plan. So I can have like a little fun in my flavoring right now. So if I'm gonna splurge a little bit on flavor, I can do that right now while I can. We pop these in the microwave and they'll be done in 5 mementos. And I also picked up some lettuce. I just like to have some generic lettuce on hand so I can put some like oil and vinegar. So I usually have that like with my post-workout meal, just to have some volume and some extra greens in my diet. And then I got some chicken breast, nothing too crazy there. Got some chicken breast, and I'm probably just gonna bake these in the oven. I thought I picked up some seasoning for these, did I not? Maybe I didn't. Anyways, got some chicken breast to go. Chicken's always a staple. Also picked up some more packets of my white ready rice, the Uncle Ben's kind. I love these. Pop these in the microwave for 90 seconds. Done. You have perfectly tender, steamed white rice. Okay. So I got my typical just ground turkey. I like to get the 93% lean, 7% fat. That's the kind that I like to get. And then I also picked up some whole grain pasta. I got the elbows because I'll be putting this with the ground turkey and throwing in some lower calorie Prego tomato sauce, or like spaghetti sauce basically. So it's like half the carbs as like a normal spaghetti sauce that you would find. Prego is the only brand that I can find that like stands out to me that has like a lighter calorie source of like a spaghetti sauce. So let me know if you know any other brands that are really great macros. This is the best like macro breakdown that I seem to find as far as spaghetti sauce. So let me know in the comment section down below if you know of any other brands that are like really low in sugar content or lower carbs. So I'll be eating this with a serving of whole grain elbow noodles and some ground turkey. So that will be a meal as well. kind of going back to like the flavor packet that I was just talking about with the crock pot. In the same section of the grocery store, I've been really loving these McCormick Grill Mates. They have different seasonings as well. So I've been really loving the tomato and garlic basil. It's a marinade seasoning, so you technically make this into a marinade. Like if you add the water and oil to it, you can make it as a marinade, but I use it as a seasoning because it's so freaking good and it's so like strong. And so I love to put this on my turkey meat right now, unless I usually will do something like this or come up with my own spices or use like a taco mix to put in my turkey meat, depending on what kind of flavor I'm going for. But for like an overall flavor, the tomato, basil, garlic is so freaking good. I'm glad I found this. I just dumped a whole packet in there per 2 boxes of my turkey meat. Okay, so I got all that. Oh, and I also picked up some more of my sugar, which is always a staple. I use Truvia as my sugar source, so picked up a bigger box of Truvia, and then I picked up some canned Green Giant French style green beans. I grew up eating these. Like my mom used to always cook these as one of our vegetables, one of our common vegetables that we have for our dinners. So, and I love the Green Giant brand. I swear there's like no other better brand when it comes to green beans than Green Giant. Like this man is the shiz. So I like the French style cut green beans. I don't know what it is, but these are so much better than the regular cut green beans. Like the French style kind are just, they just taste better. I don't know why, but they do. So anyways, that is it, pretty sure. So that is it, yes. So that was my complete grocery haul. So now I'm just about to meal prep. So it's 4 o'clock right now, and like I said, I worked this morning. It's Sunday, and it's my 7th day of my 8 days working, so tomorrow is my last day working, and I would love nothing more than to not have to meal prep and just sit on the couch with Slater and my Christmas tree and watch YouTube or some Netflix, just relax in general. Just get off my feet, get off my lower back. My feet freaking hurt so bad right now, and my lower back hurts so bad. And it's cold outside and it's raining outside, and I'm telling you, the last thing I am motivated to do right now is meal prep. But I know that I've got to do it because I know that if I don't do it tonight or today, that it'll be pushed back towards a week, and I'll be so upset with myself because I don't have any meals to help me stay on track for my goals that I have. So that's why I just pushed through it. I just gotta suck it up, and we're gonna meal prep so that way we're prepared for the week. And yeah, so that's what I'm about to do right now, and hopefully it won't take too long so I can take the rest of the night to relax and get ready for the work day tomorrow. So with that being said, I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Oh man, all right, I finally finished with meal prep. It's just at 6 o'clock, so took me a little bit over an hour to do everything. I went ahead and cleaned the kitchen. I went ahead and portioned out my meals for tomorrow for work, which I posted on my Instagram story. And I am pooped. I'm so tired. So I haven't even gotten out of my work clothes. I'm still in my work clothes. And I want to bring up the topic of like meal prep again. I know like I talk about this quite often, and I mention it a lot like on my Instagram too, but I want to bring it up because if you're someone that's struggling like meeting your macros every day, or you know, just meeting like whatever your nutritional goal is, I'm a firm believer of meal prep. So what I do is usually on Sundays, because I prep for the whole week because I work full time, so it's just easier for me to have like already have like a game plan, like a meal plan. So what I do is I track everything like the Sunday night. So I plan ahead. I go ahead and track it like MyFitnessPal, so I know exactly like what is going to be filling like my nutrition budget for the days. And then I go ahead and cook it, and I prepare everything. So I don't always like go ahead and portion out each individual meal for like each day, but I go ahead and cook like all my basics. So all my meats are cooked. Any like starchy vegetables that take a long time to cook, so like potatoes, I go ahead and cook those as well. So I have like my base for my meal prep, so that way everything's cooked. Everything that I plan on eating is there and easy for my reach, because it helps me stay on track. Because if I don't have like anything prepped for the work week, between like work and then going to the gym at night, I don't have a whole lot of time in the evenings to cook before I need to get to bed before my next work day. So knowing that I have my meals already prepped for me keeps me from not going off track. So, you know, not necessarily eating things that are unwanted in the pharmacy, because my technicians love to eat fun foods, like junk foods, like candies, you know, different bakery goods, chips and stuff. So it keeps me staying on track from avoiding those, most of the time at least. Keeps me from not eating out because I brought food with me from home to work. So I don't have to go, you know, choose options that aren't the most healthiest for me. And it just helps me keep on track because I don't have an excuse not to eat it because it's already cooked, it's already prepared. So I'm a firm believer in meal prepping, even if you are a person that does count macros. So that way you know that as long as you're eating the foods that you've already prepared, you're going to be eating your macros because you've already planned it out, you've already calculated it in your system, so, or in your MyFitnessPal. To me, that is the biggest tip to making sure that you're hitting your macros or your nutritional needs for a day, is just planning ahead and meal prepping more. So that is it. That's all I have for y'all tonight. I think I'm going to take me a hot bath and relax, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night just going through some like emails and watching The Walking Dead because I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead. And yeah, so that is going to be it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll be catching y'all in the next video soon. So have a great week, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.